Natalia Boyce, and I'm a freelance caterer. Today on North Coast Cuisine, I'll be making a snap pea salad, a roasted pork shoulder, and a honey peach cheesecake. Let's get started. And how we're going to start is we're going to take a rub. I chose pork shoulder because it is great for roasting and braising. It's a fattier cut of meat. It gives a lot of juiciness and flavor. Now I have this rub prepared. I have salt, brown sugar, mustard seed, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and red chili flakes. And we're just going to coat this pork shoulder with this rub. We want to get in all sides. Just really get in there and rub it down. I recommend rubbing down the pork shoulder at least the night before you get it in the oven, so you really get those flavors soaking into the meat. It really makes a difference. I also recommend getting a piece of pork shoulder that has a lot of fat still on there. That way when it's roasting after it's been in the oven, slow and low for about 6 to 8 hours, you get this nice crispy crust of fat on and makes it extra juicy and delicious. Flip it over. Really get in there. That looks about good. All right, so since we're going to let this sit overnight, we're just going to set this pork shoulder aside. All right, now we'll get started on the pepper cream sauce. And we'll do so by charring the peppers, the red bell peppers. And we're just going to do this on the stovetop. We're going to throw them right over the flame. This will get the peppers a nice color, give it a nice smoky flavor. Oh yeah, there we go. You can hear it sizzling. And as you can see, starting to get some nice black char on them. And you want to get that color all over the peppers. So it might take a few minutes. Might take about 10 minutes in total. All right, these peppers are looking just about done. Nice and black on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off. Off all the way. And I'm going to grab a metal bowl. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these peppers in this metal bowl and I'm going to cover it with saran wrap, some plastic wrap. And we're going to let these peppers sweat for probably about 10 minutes. Now what that does is allows the skins to be easier to be pulled off. Nice and tight, so none of that steam escapes. Next, we're going to move on to our kohlrabi slaw. And for those of you who don't know what a kohlrabi is, here it is. It's a cute little brassica. It kind of tastes like a cross between broccoli and cabbage. It's very sweet. And so how you can just cut the top off. And the bottom's pretty tough, so you really want to get in there. And it has a pretty thick outer skin. So you want to cut that skin away, peel all of that off. Just like that. Smells delicious. This is a fun vegetable. It hails from Germany. Fun fact. So what you can do with this is in the future you can shred it. You can make matchsticks with it. I earlier had prepared some nice shredded pieces, just like this. And this is about 2 kohlrabis worth. And so we're going to make the dressing to go on the slaw. Very simple. We're going to use about a half cup of mayonnaise. I'm going to mix in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Tablespoon or so of sugar, teaspoon of celery seed, and a little bit of salt. We'll mix this together. That celery seed is very aromatic. Smells wonderful. Okay, and we're just going to dump this dressing over the kohlrabi, and we'll let it sit. Just like that. Now, just like with the snap peas, just going to mix it all by hand. I find it's way easier to do that. Nice and coated in that dressing. And before serving this on the pork shoulder, you want to let it sit for at least a half an hour so you get those nice flavors put together. So this kohlrabi, I'd like to mention, comes from Luna Farms in southern Humboldt. They're great friends of mine. And like I said earlier, this is a German vegetable. One of the farmers named Fred, he is from Germany, and this is his favorite vegetable, and I'm sure he'll tell you all about it when you meet him.
Kohlrabi, that's very good. You peel it, and the whole inside is edible. It's crisp as an apple and tastes like broccoli stem when you eat it raw. Excellent in salads, really good. Crunchy, fresh. Luna Farm got started in 2008 up in Willow Creek, and it started out with renting somebody's backyard, a little 1 acre plot, and starting from ground zero, really. A rototiller and a lot of hard work.
I really like connecting with the customers, and I'm a home chef, and it's so fun to share recipes with customers and say, wait till you taste this great tomato that I just grew. You should try it in this recipe, and it's fun for me to connect with people that way.
I like to work outdoors. I love being in touch with plants, and I like the connection with the community. I like to feed people and grow food. It's like no moral dilemma involved in this occupation for me.
The peppers are sweated and ready to peel. So we'll take the saran wrap off. Oh yeah, smells wonderful. I'm going to put some gloves on because I think they're still going to be a little hot. So you see how they lost a lot of their life here. They're pretty limp. What we're going to do is we're going to crack them open, let some of that heat out. Oh yeah, nice and hot. Okay, once these are open, we're going to just take the skin that's charred, and we're going to peel them off. And we're going to make sure we get the seeds out from the inside. We're going to get those out as well, because when we blend them up, we don't want any of the seeds or any of these charred bits. And it's a good idea to rinse these pepper pieces off as well before we get them into the blender. Okay, these peppers are just about peeled, so I'm going to transfer them into another bowl to rinse them. In here. That's great. So we're going to move this over to the sink, and I'm just going to rinse all of the nasty bits off of them. Okay, and it's okay if there's still some black pieces on there. That'll give it a little bit of the smoky flavor. All right, moving on, we're going to put the peppers into the blender, and we're going to make our sauce. Put the bell peppers in. We're going to do lemon. Again, you want to roll it on the cutting board so you get all the juice out. Do juice of 1 lemon. Woo! Sometimes they squirt back. And we'll do a couple pinches of salt. That should do it. We're going to do a generous amount of pepper, fresh cracked pepper, just so we get a nice little spice to it, because these bell peppers are pretty mild. So we do want a little bit of heat. That should do it. You can always adjust the taste to your liking. Then we're going to add some sour cream. We'll get the rubber spatula, scrape that in there. We're going to put sour cream. It's about a half cup of sour cream. And we're going to blend it until it's very smooth. All right, now that we have our sauce and our slaw, we're going to take out the pork shoulder that has been roasting in the oven at about 250 degrees for about 6 hours. As you can see, it's got a nice crust on there, got some crispy parts, and as you cut into it, you can see there's parts that pull away just perfect. Got some nice pulled pork shoulder. Nice pork on the plate right there. Pour some of our pepper cream sauce on top. Yeah, beautiful. And our kohlrabi slaw to top it. This will add some brightness and freshness to the creamy fattiness of the sauce and the pork.